Here comes our plague. I did this. I caused this plague. Or the revival of my wife. A mysterious plague tore through the land. The dissonant sounds of wailing and coughing could be heard across the Crimson Empire. Yeah, alright everybody, welcome to the Indie Showcase with the Birdman. I am said Birdman. This right here is the full release of My Lovely Empress. Could you believe that we're now in the third game of the series? We've gone through daughters, we've gone through wives, now we have an empress to deal with. Now, you might be familiar, we covered the preview build that I got of this game a while back, a couple of months back. Now, here's what I'm going to do for this video in particular. I'm going to have a link to that video in the upper right corner. You can click that, check it out, because I'm going to skip all that. Because essentially, if I play this build from this get-go right here, everything you saw in that video will be played all over again, except there's a cosmetic difference now. We have gone from a 2D look to like a 2.5D look, which I believe actually works really great for the Yaoguais, the quote-unquote succubi. Because, you know, let's just say it might add some physics to the characters, is all I'm going to say. So there's going to be a cosmetic change, but the story is going to be identical. So I definitely encourage you, in case you missed that video, check that out so you know what we're up to. But to give you a long story short, our mother passed away, so it was just us and our wife, the Empress. And then she was ill, didn't tell us about it, and she passed away as well with child, ready to bear. So in a very desperate measure, we summon the Yaoguai.
That's good.
Alright everybody, so we are good to go. As I mentioned, we're going to be starting where we left off in the last video. Now, we still have the same succubi or Yaoguai that we summoned in that video, except now she's in, as you can see, 2.5D version. Kind of, maybe, something like that. I don't know how dimensions even work anymore, dog. Look at that. She even jumps around. You see? I'm liking these changes.
Emperor Hong, I am elated to return to the Crimson's Empire service.
Good to hear, Guimo. My, I did not expect a Yaoguai to be so, friendly. Oh, that's how you put it?
Well, your majesty, I may be friendly, but I can't guarantee the others will be.
I beg your pardon?
Well, some Yaoguai get insecure if you put me on a pedestal. Someone like Jade would get jealous.
Huh, so there is strife between even the Yaoguai. Interesting. I would like you to tell me more about this.
It's not my place to tell their stories. You'll get to know them in due time. Here's a little spoiler though. Your Yaoguai are closer to humanity than you'd think we are, Emperor.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but may I wander the land during my free time?
Wander my empire? What for?
Nothing. I just love seeing the human world. I sometimes visit the Xenon forest in the west to take care of the fox cubs there. I was once one of them, after all.
Of pretty diverse interests.
You bet. Like I told you, Emperor, Yaoguai and humans aren't so different. So can I go, pretty please?
Sure. There's nothing wrong with a demon roaming the land. Really? So we have Gumiho has gained Persuasive 1, which is going to be now a trait for her, if I'm correct, which is going to help us out when we come with dealing some of our issues here. Yeah, so Persuasive 1, Sway Reward 10%, and Sway Duration +1. Your Majesty, the people are rioting at the marketplace. They protest the poor management of the marketplace. So this requires 1 session, 1 stamina for our girl here as well. The FX will be 65 gold, bond, and, well, you know what? We actually need some help with the commoners, so let's assign Gumiho for that one. So it's been solved, and we got +6 with the commoners here. Now, they didn't go too high up because I do have a debuff here when it comes to -5 every session. So whenever we move forward, it's going to be there for 1 more turn. Thankfully, it's going to be gone just about soon, but I made a choice where it pissed off the commoners even more. It's been kind of offset by this one here that I have, but it's been kind of eating away at me. Alright, let's now try out... You know what, let's find out about this here. Let's send her out for an investigation. The people want a bigger ceremony for the Crimson Moon Festival. It will cost more, but the commoners will be happy. So let's see here. Commoners +7 every session. Could be nice to kind of up them right now. Organize a modest festival. I'm gonna go with this one. It's gonna probably impact us with the others, but we do need like a little bit of an ongoing, like, you know, boost from the commoners because it's kind of already low. This is remarkable. Once again, the Yaoguai have proven their capabilities. And just as some of us thought, the people are reacting positively to their help. Like I said, Your Majesty, the late Empress Dowager's ritual opened up possibilities to empower our empire by using the Yaoguai. And like I said, this is still dangerous. But General Chao, this is what we have longed for, solving our empire's problems with a snap of our fingers. I bet any nation would want the Yaoguai to solve their problems. It would be profitable for everyone. If I may remind you, Your Majesty, the legends say Yaoguai gained their powers by consuming human souls. This is why we cannot coexist. I'm aware of your warnings, Head Priest Han. I will be careful in dealing with the Yaoguai. Besides, Mother was successful on cooperating with them. I believe it could be the same for us. There were no reports of Yaoguai-related deaths during her time. Still, be cautious at all times, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I still need to discuss something with you and General Chao.
If that's the case, Your Majesty, permission to leave with Head Priest Han.
Yes, Your Majesty, we're going to hold a public discussion at the marketplace. Permission granted, please listen to what our people need. Your Majesty, General Chao, I believe we should proceed with our next step. After all, we have resolved some of our empire's current issues. Yes, Grand Duke. So how do we resurrect my wife? What? You still plan on committing necromancy, Supreme Commander? I am sorry, General. There is no future where I rule without Zhang. I need someone to accompany me, to support me. And I need to have a successor. If that is what you are concerned about, have you thought about marrying again?
Excuse me? I don't think you, General Chao, understand what's happening over here. These entire games are based on the fact of not being able to let go and move on. That's the reason why all these terrible things happen to our main characters. So don't tell me to move on and just get over it, okay? We need to have our heart broken and torn apart by sticking to a belief that we bring a loved one back from the dead, alright?
What else? Perhaps all of them would agree to be your concubines.
Hey, you know what? Chao, I maybe was a little bit too rough with you, huh? You call for me, Grand Duke Chen? Yes, Gumiho. We need you to secure Emperor Jiang's soul and bring her to that place. Oh, so you plan on doing that? How exciting. I shall be back with Her Majesty's soul as soon as possible. You'll be surpassing your mother soon enough, Your Majesty.
Don't you dare do anything strange, Gumiho.
I am but a loyal servant, Grumpy General Chao. I promise to return.
Wait, what is this all about?
Oh, no need to worry, Your Majesty. Please, follow me. This is the only way to resurrect your beloved Empress. Welcome to the secret chamber, Your Majesty.
So this is it, huh? I was expecting the old imperial vault to have an underground chamber like this, and I can feel this eeriness in the air. It's strange. Indeed, Supreme Commander. That's why I never like it here. That statue, what is it? Did you build it, Grand Duke?
No, my Emperor. It's always been here. It's a representation of the unnamed Celestial. At least that's what the late Empress Dowa and I gathered during our research. We never know how it goes here, how it got here, but we have theories that it might be a conduit for the rituals. Then again, it's just a theory, a game theory.
Cut it out, you're a grown man.
In order to resurrect the soul, more souls are needed. They're deemed as human essences or soul essences, so sacrifices. And the Yaoguai is a source of these essences, which means we will have to sacrifice them. It is the reason why the late Empress Dowa stopped. She needed the Yaoguai's help to run the empire.
So we have to sacrifice Gumiho.
And the other Yaoguai as well, my Emperor.
We need to do it, Supreme Commander. Isn't resurrecting Her Majesty something that you want to achieve?
Hey, I'm here, you know. I think I should have a say in this matter. I don't want to be sacrificed.
You're helping the Supreme Commander, Gumiho. Behave yourself.
How rude. Please, Your Majesty. There's got to be another way to resurrect the Empress.
Another way? Tell me, Gumiho. I want to hear it.
You can sacrifice the souls of the people.
What? The people?
This is outrageous, Your Majesty. Surely you don't think to follow Gumiho's way.
Supreme Commander, what Gumiho's suggesting is treason. We cannot kill our own people.
Your Majesty, you personally said that you need me. You need the Yaoguai to run this country. People, they come and go, Your Majesty. They fall like leaves of autumn and will come back like the blossoms of spring. While us Yaoguai, we're 1 in a million.
Even if I wanted to sacrifice the people, how would we even achieve such a thing?
The Yaoguai have the knowledge to cast disasters through ritual, Your Majesty. We just need offerings and time to proceed. And you're going to do this disaster here, in front of a celestial statue. I thought the Celestials hated the Yaoguai.
Oh, Your Majesty, you didn't know?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
As for the disaster, you can see it as a way to separate the weak from the strong. You know, survival of the fittest and all that.
Your Majesty, perhaps what Gumiho suggested can be an option. After all, we need the Yaoguai. The last time you chose the people, the beloved Empress passed away. All these difficult decisions. When will it end?
Sacrifice Yaoguai or conjure plague.
You kidding me? I'm not sacrificing my succubi monster girl. I need a disaster, please. Yes, let's see. You have the required items already? Perfect. So, unfortunately, because she's over here... Oh, wow, look at that. The birds, the dead birds and everything. She's over here conjuring the plague, so we won't be able to use her for any sort of issues. So, for now, it's all on me. Okay, excavation task, huh? Excavating the mountain can create new jobs and bring building materials, but the nobles want to keep the mountain's aesthetic. The nobles right now, we're at 26 with them. Could probably spare a few. This also gives a little bit of money as well, and probably help out with the commoners too. So I'm gonna go with that one. -10 with the nobles, but 8 with that. Okay, that's fine. That's acceptable. We have one more right now as well to do. Let's see what we have for the trader's demand. We could kind of sacrifice some of the merchants because we're really high up with them. A trader demands payment, claiming that a noble has cheated him on a project payment. Arrest the noble and make them pay what they owe. The trader breached the contract and should be fined. I'll get some money for that one too. You know what? I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, that's fine. It kind of offset the hit that we took from the nobles for the last one. And we got a little bit of alright, we got positive boost going on here. So we're out of action points right now. Let's go on to the next session. And 3 more before our plague comes into being. So we have 1 action point now available. Let's see what we have here with the examination quota. The Empire is holding examinations for new jobs. We need more accountants and soldiers. Which should we prioritize? Accountants, we need more skilled mathematicians, so... Soldiers, we need to expand the Imperial Army. Regardless of which, it's going to cost us some money. I guess I'm going to go with this one. We're going to lose some population, but remember, the more soldiers die, the better the human essence. So the more soldiers, the better, huh? Good. And let's go onwards to get another action point back. And now we won't be able to probably get these 2. It's going to be one or the other. So what should we prioritize more here? The river patrol. The river is a dangerous place due to frequently missing trader boats. What should we do? This would be merchant related, right? Rapid bears are spotted near the forest perimeter. Rabid. That'd say rapid. I mean, could you imagine though? A rabid bear? Oof. You got no chance then. Let me do river patrol maybe. Spend more gold to improve the river security. Use trader's idea, a paid permit to cross the river. People are not gonna like this one, but we'll probably get a little bit of extra money over time. You know what, I don't want to piss people off too much right now, so let's just go with this one here. It costs me money, but so be it. Alright. So, cycle 2 is done. Nobles have actually given me some rice. Very good. Soldiers, traders, commoners, where's your offerings here, huh? Where's your tributes? Cycle 3 summer is here. And plague is almost here too. Oh, this one's still around. Oh, okay, cool. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna do it actually, if I don't do it, it's gonna expire next turn. I was gonna wait till we get her available so we can investigate, but then it's gonna be gone, so let's go with this one here, I suppose. I'll take it. Alright. Soldiers' pessimism, -2 per unsolved issue. Okay, as long as we don't leave too many in the field, unsolved, it shouldn't be a big problem. Here comes our plague. I did this. I caused this plague. Or the revival of my wife. A mysterious plague toward deadly land. The dissonant sounds of wailing and coughing could be heard across the Crimson Empire as people succumbed to illness. Countless lives were lost, bodies piled up in the streets, the very air grew putrid with the stench of death. This is terrible. What did you expect a plague to be? A nice walk in the park? What have I done? The bodies of my people lie in the streets.
You did what you had to do to get the essence we need, Your Majesty. Put on a brave face, Your Majesty. It is but a small price to pay.
My apologies for being frank, Supreme Commander, but you got what you asked for. Human essence for Zhangzhou at the cost of people's lives. I never thought I could do something like this.
Your Majesty, let us wait until the disaster passes. After that, we can use the essences to heal Her Majesty's soul. Also, we need to handle the fallout of the plague. Our people still need us. Your Majesty, are we done for today? I'm pooped. May I ask to leave?
Yes, you can leave, Gumiho. Thank you for your service. Thank you for murdering my population.
Now that you have to cast disasters, we still need to consider the other option for healing Her Majesty's soul. I will explain how to sacrifice a Yaoguai, Your Majesty, in case the circumstances arise. Hence, you can utilize both methods to bring your beloved Empress back from the dead.
This is a nightmare, but I have to keep going for Zhang's sake.
For now, we must organize relief efforts, Your Majesty. After that, we can discuss the next step in the secret chamber.
Grand Duke's right, Your Majesty. Let us handle the plague. Yeah, let me handle this issue that I caused. Look at my land here. So right now we have a travel warning because of the plague, so our population will not be growing for a while. Speaking of which, our trader population is very low. We had 1,100 people. We're down to 807. Damn plague. Alright, let's see here. Assign Yaoguai to solve clean water. Yes, that would be nice. So you go and check this one out for me. Meanwhile, let's see. Foreign nations want to sell us medicine at a lower price. The traders prefer we buy them from them. Do it immediately. Buy it from the traders. We should support our own economy in times like this. I mean, I don't see it now. I mean, we're going to spend a little bit less, but yeah, it's going to be our own economy, right? That's fine. And we got one more still. Foreign aid. And protective clothing. Let's see what protective clothing is about. Soldiers are requesting protective clothing from traders. Traders prefer to keep the materials for later. I think our personnel needs protection. Alright. Go forward. Oh, Yaoguai's gonna be gone for 2 turns, actually. Damn. Okay, so let's settle the foreign aid meanwhile. Foreign nations want us to aid us during the plague, but the soldiers believe it can compromise our security. Accept their aid. The people need help, so they give us gold. Tell them we can manage for now. I don't think the people will like this whatsoever. I'm not really crazy about relying on another nation, because then they want, like, they might want to come back and be like, well, remember that one time we did this for you? I'm sorry, people. We're gonna have to be strong for now, okay? You're not gonna like it? But so be it. So be it. Let's go forward. So, clean water has been solved. Thank you. Now, we have either Trader's Kindness or Herb Research. And then next turn, our disasters will finish. Let's see here. In this situation, we must do some research to cure this disease. We need help from all sides, so we can indeed go with that one. Or, what was the other one? Trader's Kindness. Let's try to deal with this herb issue here first. So, assign you. Start. It's gonna be a 1-turner, I think? Okay, so this should finish up when the plague thing is over.
Fortunately, it seems the worst is behind us. How could a plague spring up all of a sudden?
Yeah, something strange about this plague. It came as swift as it was deadly.
At least we're lucky none of us caught it. We should be safe for now.
Yeah, this isn't good. I hope we recover soon. Yeah, because they booked it when we decided to... Well, I mean, I decided to didn't do it, but they were there when I decided to do it, so they're also accountable. But these two kind of dipped. We have done everything we can. Report to me if anything untoward happens. I have to go now, gentlemen. Oh, this is too much for me. So now it's time to visit the secret chamber to figure out, I guess, about sacrificing the Yaoguai. Now, how do I heal Zhangzhou?
We simply infuse the human essence into Her Majesty's soul.
Alright, we got around 80 or so.
As you can see, her soul is rejuvenated.
What a relief. I was afraid her soul would fade back into the afterlife. I ought to warn you, my Emperor. Her Majesty's soul will continue to decay. You only have a limited time before it passes into the afterlife. Sooner or later, you will need to heal her soul again. You must either sacrifice the people or a Yaoguai to harvest their essences. Yeah, this is all too much. We must keep track of his soul's decay and conjure disasters at the right time. Your resolve is commendable, Uncle. I know you two need each other, and I wish to see her again too. In that, Uncle, we are one. Uncle, no offense, but I believe you somehow had something to do with all this, so I'm not gonna be as easily swayed as the main character here. So visit the Crimson Throne. What have I dragged myself into? Killing my own people, what have I done? Oh, Zhang, this has to work. This is all for you. I'm sure it's gonna be happy to know how many people I sacrificed to bring her back to life. Excuse me, Your Holiness, are you preoccupied? Not at all, Head Priest Han, what is it? Let me start with an apology for what I'm about to say. It may offend you. The plague, was it your doing? I know that you and Grand Duke Chen are conspiring with the Yaoguai. I have never seen a plague as swift and deadly as that. It was almost unnatural. I do not wish to admit it, but unfortunately, yes. Keep it a secret. Yeah, go ahead and keep that secret, huh? Holy man? Your Holiness, why? How could you? What evil words did the Yaoguai whisper into your ears? Head Priest Han, please understand. Your Holiness, the Yaoguai have deceived you. You killed your own people. All a necessary sacrifice to resurrect Zhang. Please listen to yourself. This is the Yaoguai's deception. You cannot reverse death with more death. The Yaoguai only brings suffering. Look at how the great Emperor's reign ended up. Look at what they did to me. I am missing an eye because of them. Silence! I will not hear of this. Your Holiness, how dare you rebuke me in my own throne room? Do you think I feel no guilt for what happened? That I felt nothing for our people? Then why did she do it? There was no other way. I will never let Zhang go. Your Holiness, this is madness. We have to move on. Let the Empress rest in peace. You have seen it firsthand, Head Priest Han. You have seen what I am without her. I have tried everything to move on, but nothing works. Your Holiness, you just need to believe you can keep living. We are always here to advise you. We need her back, Head Priest Han. We need the Empress. I do not know your pain, but I empathize still. It still remains my duty to remind you of your responsibilities as Emperor. No, Head Priest Han. Without my mother, I am nothing. And without Zhang, I am worse than nothing. If there's any consolation, I promise the disasters will end once Zhang is back. Yeah, don't worry. Once Zhang is back, I'll stop killing people, alright? I shall keep I'll try to kill as little as people as possible, alright? I am gravely disappointed. I shall take my leave, Your Holiness. May the Celestials have mercy on you. Alright everybody, that's said and done. Perfect spot here for us to wrap up our look at the full release of My Lovely Empress. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's now available for everybody. As I've mentioned, I think this series has made the proper changes. Not that it needed changes, but it's always nice to not always just spit the same game with a different skin. And they've done plenty of changes from the UI to the models to all the different options now you have in terms of what to sacrifice in order to bring back your loved ones. So absolutely amazing evolution to the series. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I'll catch you next time.